everybody, and welcome to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup, and we are back with our heroes in training. It's been like a month. Boy, has it been a month. I hope everyone had a good holiday. I hope everyone had a good new year, and I hope everyone's not sick because a few of us got sick, and that's why we didn't have an episode last week. I mean, mostly because I was stuck in Michigan, but it's been a lot. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for my lovely players for being here. Let's go around and have everyone say who they are and who they're playing this week. And starting as always with the lovely Savannah.
Hello, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I'm here every Sunday night, and when I'm not it's on what days is it? Thursdays through Mondays. I'm live on my home channel. Game nights, game with two G's and nights with a K, with a lot of these fine people. Tonight I am playing Sophia Minet, the hero named Nemia, and she is the bull.
Thank you very much. Next up is Miss
And
Rachel.
in danger.
In danger. Where is she? She's in Russia. They figured that out. Where? We don't know.
Hello, I am Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth, where I do things sometimes. I've been off for holiday stuff, etc., etc. I don't know when I'll be back. Deal with it. I'll be here on Sundays for the foreseeable future. Playing with my friends tonight. I am playing Jupiter, who is the outsider. Hero named Jupiter because she can shapeshift and be whoever she wants, so she doesn't need a hero alter ego.
Thank you very much. Next up is Tanya.
Oh, hey, I'm Tanya. You can find me at Tanya Rolling Places. And I don't really have anything to plug tonight. But tonight, I am Nancy McGee, the Devereaux.
And last but of course not least, our dear friend Alex.
Hello, I'm the dear friend Alex. You can find me on the internet as OMG It's Some Guy. I'm also, like Savvy, usually on game nights, GGK. I'm there Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. Next Tuesday, I should be running my Masks game that LB is a player in over there. They've had a new friend join the team recently, though they fought her first, so that was exciting. But here I am, Billy Burns, aka Rune the Nova.
My character in that game has gotten very depressed and is basically living out of her van with her much older ex-boss, Garrus.
But also got significantly hotter with her updated art.
That's true, she did. She went from pastel goth to full goth, and boy, I got a good wig for that one. And I'm LB Hackemup. I'm going to be your game mistress for this evening, aka your keeper, aka the mystery bringer. We're going to be playing some Masks, and we've been away for a few weeks, so we do need a little bit of a refresher. Last time we had a stream, it was just Rachel and Alex, and they did sort of a little mini episode. So I'm going to turn things over to Rachel, and she's going to let you know exactly what they did.
Dear diary, well, I had a weird day. And not just normal weird things always happen around me because I have superpowers and I'm an alien on this planet weird, like really weird. So, okay, first and not so weird, Billy, Nancy, and I discussed a few options of ways to get to Russia to rescue Sophia in case the adults kept us out of the loop. While we waited, we trained Lake Solari. Sophia would have loved it. We reserved a training room as often as we could, and we weren't doing that. We were in the gym or going for runs or working on some power enhanced hand to hand combat. We trained like we were going to crash a mission of a bunch of adult supers and didn't want to be a liability because that's kind of what we were planning. So we had split up for the night. We're in our rooms, and I was texting Carter. He wanted to meet for coffee this week because apparently he hasn't dropped the idea that we have stuff to talk about, which is really inconvenient because I was kind of hoping he would just forget. Long story short, Billy and I got pulled into a pocket dimension, home of his mentor, the Silver Shepherd. I mean, I didn't know that until Billy told me. Billy called out to the Silver Shepherd when we got there and they didn't answer. Their desk was in a bit of a disarray, rifling through some papers. It contained nothing that gave us any clues as to what the heck was going on. Weirdly enough, because it's in like a pocket dimension, there isn't really weather usually. For some reason, it sounded like a storm was reaching outside. Billy warned me that this place is full of dangerous cursed objects that the shepherd likes to take from places and locks away here to keep them safe. Figuring there was nothing else to do but continue on, we walked through the door and into a hallway that contained a bunch of doors. Walking into the first one, we were in Billy's childhood room, except it wasn't quite his childhood room. He said something felt off. The door that should have gone to the rest of the house just led to a void, but the closet was a closet. After that weird instance, we tried a new door that ended up being the library. The floor was littered with discarded books, stacks that had fallen over. It was like when my dad gets an idea and goes on a research binge, and his office becomes insanely and chaotic in a way that only genius brains can wreak havoc, but worse, way, way worse. And it seemed more violent. We were about to leave, but Billy saw movement in the midst of the chaos and under some books. The research assistant, Hootie, a mechanical owl, was laying there, mangled, erratic, and distraught. It was horrible. All it said was something consuming, cruel chaos, unrelenting knowledge, something. Billy put Hootie to sleep until a later date when he could fix him. It was in that moment I was sure we were in a horror movie. Billy walked through the door in front of me, and then this really fun thing happened and he disappeared. Later, Billy told me that when he walked through the door, he heard a person calling to him, and he came back to his senses in his childhood backyard with his little sister, and they were going to a park. He later was pushing Lizzie on the swings, and eventually she started asking him if he was ever afraid of hurting his friends and everyone he loves. How he hurt his family by leaving them to pursue his power, and how he's going to hurt everyone he loves by losing control of his power. Lizzie became older in that moment, and then she told him how he missed her entire life because he left her, how he's failing Sophia but not being there for her now. And about that time, he figured out that was not Lizzie, not Lizzie. Not Lizzie kept pushing him on all the things Billy worries about constantly, bringing up all of his insecurities, losing control of his powers, hurting people, etc. Billy powered up and willed himself out of the dream world with not Lizzie, and above him was this weird humanoid bat creature. He attacked it, trying to get it to tell him where the shepherd and I were. It flew off down the hallway, screeching. Meanwhile, when I came to, I was walking through the door of my home on Vela. My dad and older sister Neptune were there. They were gracious enough to tell me all about how I was a screw up and a disappointment. They didn't want me there and I should go back to Earth. Logically now, I know that's not true, but it still stung. Neptune kept pushing me about how they abandoned me on Earth on purpose and how I was lying to my friends and everyone who knew me there. And okay, I know that I could have as easily been a villain, and that if that had been the mission when I got to Earth. And I know my loyalty is supposed to lie with Vela, and every time I grow closer to my team, I'm changing, and my loyalty is to them and not my planet. I'm different now than when I left Vela. Anyway, Neptune and my dad started talking about how I could have easily killed all of my friends if that was the mission and that they really don't know who I am. Then I was like, wait, Neptune has always been proud of me, even when I beat all of her records. I mean, she trained me. She made me that good. So it just didn't track. And also, how the hell did I get to Vela? Then not Neptune and not Dad merged into this creepy dual version of themselves and wanted to know what other secrets I was hiding, and then they attacked me. When Billy walked into the room that I was in, which was apparently the library, he saw this creepy thing with its spindly fingers all up in my head and around my neck, and thanked the stars for him because I might be good at hand-to-hand combat physically, but I'm apparently not so good at it in my head. And not Neptune, not Dad grabbed me by the throat until Billy launched an attack at the creature holding me outside of my head and rescued me from its creepy tendrils. Both horror movie creatures came and attacked us, and honestly, after the mental strain we'd both been through, I'm surprised we didn't just die, but luckily this isn't Cabin in the Woods and we managed to beat them. Honestly, Billy did most of the work because I'm still not totally healed from the academy battle, and I just keep getting beaten up every time we leave our rooms. Unfortunately for me, I didn't make it out completely unscathed. I could feel the nightmare creature took something from me, but I didn't know what yet. Out of that crappy situation, and apparently intent on finding another, we continued our search for the Silver Shepherd and the observatory. Instead, we found the archive. Jarred specimens, books, trinkets behind glass all around, all meticulously labeled. Apparently, Billy had only been in here a few times because this is where all the dangerous shit was. We made our way back to the section of cursed objects, and Billy was explaining how strong curses can become physical manifestations of those things. And then we made it into the alcove in the archive that contained the curses, and we saw 3 empty artifact spots. One read, the curse of deceit. One read, the curse of worry. And then the last was the curse of knowing. Around the next bend, we found this really creepy, pale being that was just full of information. Luckily for us, it didn't seem intent on fighting. And it had been what brought Billy and I into the realm. It gave us the opportunity to ask it questions. We asked it what the band of bad guys wanted. It said power and control. I pushed back, saying that it was never just about general power, and there was always one person in a group like that who took control and had their own agenda. It said we would meet that person soon, and that they wanted powers and to control power. Billy asked what we could do to get Sophia back. It said we already knew the answer. We were chosen to come here because we were not already cursed, and that Sophia and Nancy both are in their own ways, and that because Sophia's powers were not natural, when we get her back, we should keep an eye on her to make sure she's unaltered. Before it left, I asked if there was a way to save Nancy from her inevitable doom. It said there may be a way to extract her curse, but she may not be the same person afterwards, but she would be alive. It told us to clean up our messes because they would not be cleaned up for us. And with that, the creepy thing went back into its little pendant without needing to be forced. The Silver Shepherd woke up and came to their senses. We told them everything that had happened, and then we hunted down Worry and placed it back in a little creepy music box and put Deceit back in its mask. The shepherd took a bunch of notes as we detailed our experiences and eventually plopped us back in our dorm hallway. So our little group is apparently 3 for 4 with curses now because I too am cursed and can't lie. And I have a date with Carter this week. Is there a way to go on a date and talk very little or like not at all? Oh, wait.
Thank you so much, as always. Just incredible. Yeah, so we're gonna pick up Nancy. While your friends have been gone, you guys were abducted in the middle of the night or near the middle, like before bed situation. So when you get back, it is very late. Nancy, you have been in your room doing whatever it is you normally do to wind down for the evening, completely unaware of what's been going on. It is around, I'm going to say around 2 a.m. when you guys return, Jupiter and Billy. If you would like, you plop back in your respective rooms. So what would you like to do right in this moment? Do you want to just go to bed, or do you want to go bust into Nancy's room, or what's going on?
I mean, I think first go to Jupiter and just be like, okay, we're back, we're good. And then
Yeah, you're gonna I'm gonna be opening the door into your face if you beat me to getting there. Okay, that happened, right?
yeah. Oh, well, okay. I mean, we survived. That's something. But I forget. Does Billy know that Jupiter is cursed currently?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know much about curses right now, so I don't think I can do anything yet. But
Silver Shepherd said it would go away with time if nothing else. So hopefully that's tomorrow.
yeah, I mean, I'll see if I can do something. But we should probably go tell Nancy what happened.
Yeah, she's had 8 hours of sleep by now. It's 9 p.m.
She does go to bed pretty early. Yeah, you guys can walk over to Nancy's room. You get a knock on your door at 2 in the morning.
Nancy is very discombobulated. She's got a scarf tied around her head because she sleeps like that for some reason. Hey, what's up, guys?
We got
Okay.
sucked into a pocket dimension.
Okay, I'll get some snacks out. Come in.
Wasn't necessarily going to start with that, but yeah. So short time later, situated with snacks.
What is a pocket dimension? Yeah, start from the beginning.
Right. So we were each in our rooms getting ready to go to sleep when the magic portal opened, and we both ended up in the home of my mentor, the Silver Shepherd, Chloe Arion. It's pocket dimension is just it's a small space in a magic thing. It's not really in our world or any of the other worlds. Means they can do all sorts of magic stuff there and not have to worry about breaking reality. But
Okay.
yeah,
What does a magic portal look like? Would I
you
know that?
describe what the
Yeah,
the
you've seen
portals
Billy
were?
do portals before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of those just popped up out of nowhere?
No, we got sucked. Oh, I got
Well-
sucked through it. I was just laying in bed and then all of a sudden I was standing up there. It was really weird and disorienting.
Yeah, normally you have to go through them on your own, but these ones just kind of pulled us in.
Okay. That's a whole nother can of worms to think about. All right, could carry on.
But so we got there, everything was kind of out of place, and it was like someone had ransacked it, but started exploring and things were all weird. Then we got separated, and basically we each got attacked by curses, which are like you take a negative emotion or a thing or an idea, and it's just so
Overwhelming.
overwhelming, compounded with the pure essence of that it becomes like a monster. And so we had to deal with that. But we're here, we're back. Jupiter's just a little cursed.
A little cursed.
Yeah, ask me a question.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Okay. Is your curse that you answer questions?
No, it's that I can't lie. I tried to say
Oh.
black.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like my hair?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Well, that'll be fun to play with later. I'm just trying to make a silver lining out of whatever the fuck happened to you guys. Billy, do you have a curse?
No, which is fortunate. But her should go away hopefully soon on its own. I'm gonna see if I can do something about it. But anyway, we got there. There was also the curse of knowledge, which is what had kind of taken over, and
Hold us there.
yeah, and they told us a few things that we're already on the right path to save Sophia, which is good.
Good.
That the
Said we
band of-
knew what we needed to do already.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I hate it when anybody says that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst. But
It was ambiguous.
yeah, but the also told us that we'll soon meet the the puppet master for the band of bad guys, and the one who's trying to gain power by controlling powers. And given that when I got taken, they wanted to take my power, I assume they're trying to take everyone's powers and do something with that. But
So that's scary and exciting, though.
I wonder if when they give them back, they don't give them all the way back.
probably.
Like they
But-
keep a sliver for themselves. I wonder if that's a thing. Could that be a thing? I don't know
That-
enough
that
about
might
this.
be a-
It's not my wheelhouse.
Don't know how it works. Yeah, but,
I should have really paid attention more
Do you guys
when you
think
talk,
that-
Billy.
Do you think the portal's gonna come back? Do you guys need to sleep in my room tonight? or-
No, it should be fine though. If you're worried, Jupiter, I can put up some wards. But,
Eh.
I. Okay, you don't. Okay.
the other thing that knowledge told us about was that the reason you didn't get pulled in is because you're already cursed,
Oh, yeah.
which I guess is to do with your whole thing.
Yep. Well, anyways, so you guys, you
They
feel
said that there might be a way to make that go away.
Oh,
I asked if there was a way that we could make that go away, and they said there might be.
okay.
So that will require research, but it will come with its own set of risks.
That's
So if that's something you ever want to dive into, apparently that's something that we might be able to do.
this is a lot of information right now.
Yes. For
And
2 o'clock,
it's 2 a.m..
almost 3 now.
You two are okay. That's what I really want. You seem okay.
Yes.
Are you like emotionally okay?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because I mean, my whole thing was the curse impersonated my younger sister and was like, "Oh, you're such a terrible person, and you're gonna hurt everyone you love," and the usual stuff of just going right for your gut.
Nancy like immediately hugs you and she's like, "Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. You are a good person."
Big Billy, single manly tear, but tries to hide it.
Yeah, she reverted to like her grandma self again, and then like kind of pulls
Mhm.
back and like holds you by the side of your arms, like, okay, you're fine. You're not a bad person. I think it's time to go back to bed and we can talk more about this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have class in like a couple hours.
Yeah. I'll make sure I wake you two up in case you don't get up.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. You guys return to your respective rooms. As you guys are waking up the next day, unless there is something you guys want to do in the evening. Okay. Oh, in the evening, in the middle of the night. You guys wake up to an email from the school that lets you know that this week's classes have been canceled due to the attack. They are going to spend some time revamping the security on campus. So you guys have time to do what you like. You have a friend who is missing. And you guys want to try to handle that. What are you going to do? This is Tuesday morning. So what is the plan moving forward?
Jupiter's gonna go get her friends and round them up and say, I want to go to the principal's office and knock on the door and see if there are any developments with the adults.
I support that.
Yeah, we should see what they've been doing first before we go and maybe. I mean, I know the whole thing has been that they aren't telling us what, but if they're actually doing something, we don't want to maybe screw it up.
We're probably gonna screw it up.
That's okay.
But if we know what they're doing, we have less of a chance of screwing it up.
That sounds right.
All right. You guys begin to move across campus to the principal's office, Senor Johnny Vibes. He is at his desk. He's got his beanie on, his sweater vest, very baggy t-shirt on underneath with the cuff sleeves and a little collar. He's working through some paperwork and he kind of looks up through the window and he waves you in. How can I help you kids?
Like you don't know why we're here.
We're here to ask if there's been any more developments in trying to find Sophia.
Yes, there, I mean, well, as you know, there is, I have to look up how to say it because I've been saying it wrong the whole time. No.
Did you say it was thalassophobia?
Thalassophobia. I was like, I wrote it down and then, oh, there it is. Thalassophobia has been looking into it. I believe that they have found a location, and they're waiting to move in. But that's all I can pass on at the moment. We do have it underway. It is very in hand, and we're gonna get your friend back. I promise you that, kids.
I don't believe you.
What?
I've heard. I'm sorry. Something weird happened to me last night, so I just can't even like pretend that I don't know how to say. I just. Can either of you try to articulate what I'm saying without being rude? Because I'm probably ending up being rude.
I think I would like to hear Jupiter say this.
Thanks, Nancy.
Jupiter, do you want me to try and handle this?
Billy, you're too sweet. Okay, Billy.
We are just surely, Mr. Vibes, sir, you understand that this is our friend, our teammate, and given what happened to all of us during the attack, we don't want to let her be gone any longer than is absolutely necessary. And so we had an idea of where she is and can, maybe try and locate her again and go and get her now if we need to.
Uh, look, kids. I can't, as your principal, allow you to do that. It is dangerous hero work. We don't know what you're walking into, and it wouldn't be ethical for me to to say. It wouldn't be ethical for me to allow you to do that. What I would suggest, return to your rooms and let the adults handle the situation.
Jupiter's gonna walk out of the room.
Okay, sounds good, pal. Thanks. And Nancy goes and runs after Jupiter. She's very tickled by Jupiter's curves.
Thank you for the updates, sir. We are looking forward to hearing. Please keep us informed of what's happening.
I will do that. Be safe and be careful.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.
When
He
we're in
lets
the
out a
hallway,
big
um,
sigh.
when we're in the hallway, Nancy's like, "Hey, Jupiter, do you love Carter?"
No. Love is
Uh,
a strong word.
Hey, Jupiter, do you kind of want to marry him though? If you had to choose right now, would you marry him?
Marriage sounds like a lot.
Hey, Jupiter, do you want to make out with Carter?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to hear a yes in there somewhere. We're good. We can go back to our rooms.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Okay, I was trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. That's not a lie. But like that was a bunch of bureaucratic bullshit.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also not wrong. I mean, these are villains who have been, stealing all sorts of heroes and powers. And I mean, yes, I want to get Sophia back, but it could be very dangerous.
Huh? I also have an idea.
Okay.
So my reaction in there was mostly because like I was laughing at yes, bureaucratic bullshit, but I also had this like really funny image of like what my brother Mercury would have done in that meeting. And it was a lot of inappropriate gesturing. But also like he would have laughed a lot at the bureaucratic bullshit. And then he probably would have had the same idea I have. So let's go back to my room where the walls don't have ears. And I'll tell you my idea.
On the way back to the room, Nancy, I don't know if she's a heavy rule follower, but she's like, you guys, I just want to make clear that I didn't want to do this. I'm not excited to go to Russia, but I am going to help you because we're a team. But I'm not taking any sort of lead on any decisions that we make there. I'm leaving that straight up to you guys.
I'm very comfortable going by myself if you don't want to go.
Oh, I'm going to go.
We're
Okay.
not letting you go alone.
No.
Okay.
I'm
just
going.
I'm willing to be the sole troublemaker in this instance.
I just want it noted that I'm not 100% in on the idea, but
Okay. Noted.
I'm coming.
I will take absolute and full blame if you'd like me to say that I forced you. I will be able to say that in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm not an asshole. Like, I'm going on my own accord. I just want you
Okay.
guys to know how I felt.
Okay. So do you want to hear my idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So technically, my transporter can transport more than one person. Only problem with my transporter is that I can't make it work from here because I still have on like the like first mission training wheels. Like you don't have full control over sending yourself places until like you complete a couple missions on your own. And I didn't do any of those because murder is wrong.
I don't know what that has to do with it, but okay.
on this planet.
That wasn't
Anyway,
the truth.
Yeah,
On
on
this
this planet. On this planet, it's wrong. And so we can call my brother Mercury because he's always down for trouble and he'll probably do it for us because he would very much enjoy the fact that I'm doing something wrong, technically.
Sold.
And yeah, he'll probably just do that for me because he could do that.
Well, he won't like try to murder us, right?
Oh, no.
Okay. I didn't know if like murder's just okay on your planet or if it's encouraged.
No,
wanna
not
clear-
actively encouraged. Only the
Okay.
Solari are allowed to, and only in sanctioned missions.
Okay. As long
Yeah.
as I'm not a part of a mission, if you could check, because I'm a little paranoid for some reason. After you guys get sucked into portals, I don't know what to expect ever again about anything.
Mhm.
So just make sure I'm not part of a mission and I'm sold. I like
Yeah,
it.
no murder. I'm just gonna be calling him to see if he will transport us to a set of GPS coordinates. If you guys could maybe like get a lat long or something, or at least a town, with one of your magical powers, because I don't have anything that can do that.
Ooh, that's a good.
I didn't put a tracking beacon on any of you guys. I probably should have though, and that's the truth. You guys like to disappear a lot.
You guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Nancy's forgot that she has powers. Is going back to the principal's office.
Okay. You walk
So she
back in
knocks-
and he kind of looks up.
I want to use memory manipulation.
Okay.
Oh wait, he'll know. I'm gonna try it anyways because I'm feeling crazy. And
You're gonna
Nancy's like,
memories. Okay.
Yeah.
I love how intense you are when we play games. You're just like, let's fucking do it.
I want to try it.
All right.
And it's mild enough that Nancy thinks that she won't get in too much trouble for doing it, but like she can kind of play dumb. She's
Cool.
like, "Hey, Principal, I forgot. You said where was Sophie at again?"
And you're trying to use your powers to manipulate us to make him think that he already told you.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and use your powers. Unleash your powers, please.
I'm so scared.
Just some light memory manipulation of the
Yeah.
principal.
It's fine. He's your principal.
And I was
That's
about
my
to say we
Nancy.
need to have a whole conversation about consent with the like tracking stuff,
You
but
should
you know.
expect it. Oh shit. Okay, I rolled a 5.
Okay. All
well, you got
right.
potential.
You do get to market potential. Okay. You do it. Blah, blah. Yeah, so there is no he kind of looks at you and he says, I don't know where she is. That's I can't tell you if I did know where she was because I don't want you running off and remember we just had this discussion.
Oh, that's right. My bad. All right, have a good day. And she just like leaves the office instantly.
It's like, oh, okay. And goes back to his paperwork. And you head back to Jupiter's room.
So I get back there. I'm like, all right, yeah, I don't know where she is. Sorry, guys. And I don't really say anything about what I just did.
Okay. Well, we were just talking about, you know, the ethics of making sure we're all on board to be tracked going forward. But okay.
I won't find a way to track you guys at all times, but you can't tell me that it wouldn't be awesome in this instance.
It would be very helpful right now, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really care if you can track me if you want. That's fine.
Wait, does she have her phone on her? Because Find My Friends?
Yeah, me and you in real life have that.
We
Yeah.
do have that. So, like, did we do
That's
that?
really
in-
cute.
you have to have somebody just in case you get murdered,
That's true.
or like kidnapped. She could be my Liam
try it.
Neeson. Anyway,
How about we check
Um,
our phones?
Yeah, let's check our phones. Did we find
Oh.
our friends with Sophia?
Sophia, do you keep your okay, you were Sophia. You were on a secret mission. Are you keeping your find your
Hi.
friends on?
Here's the thing. I think it's less about did Sophia leave it on, and more about would Sophia think about turning it off,
That's true.
and does she even remember she has this on her phone?
I know I never remember it.
Probably not. Probably didn't think about it.
All right. You power on the Find Your Phone app, and you see so it starts out a view of your location, and then it zoomed way the fuck out, and you see the world, and the world starts spinning, and then it spins like 180, and then zooms in on a location that is in Russia, obviously, in Siberia. And it shows near the town of Tyumen, Tyumen. And it shows the phone moving north, sort of just up this small town.
Oh, that seems like it was too easy, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
I mean, I don't know why I didn't think of this last week. When she
We
went missing
were
initially, I'm
very stressed
her
and
mom is gonna kill us we can't she's gonna kill us.
well, we should. I guess you should call your brother and
Oh, her brother's scary too.
should we tell her family that this is happening?
Oh no, we're
Or
going
not
on
that
our
we're gonna
own.
go, but
yeah,
that
no.
she left her find.
No. They might have a conversation with her about secret missions and leaving on your Find My Friends. So we should probably just keep this one to ourselves. So I'm not
Yeah.
allowed to talk about it.
I don't want to rat her. I don't want to rat her out. So we're
yeah,
just gonna.
we gotta go get my little thing that's on my super suit, and let's just go sneak our stuff out of the bay with all of the other super suits, and I'll call Mercury. Let's go do that.
Okay, let's see.
And maybe come back here.
I'll schedule a text to who in Sophia's family would Billy have their number for?
This teacher mom, obviously.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it's Billy. Billy has
Yeah,
teacher's
yeah.
phone number.
Teachers,
Yeah,
teachers,
so
teachers, contact cards, everything.
we'll schedule a text for like 3 hours from now to be like, hey, it was just checking and turns out Sophia left her Find My Friends service running on her phone for in case things go horribly wrong and we need a rescue. But to also hopefully give us time to complete our mission.
All right. You guys gear up, you suit up, you go get all of your information, and you said you're coming back to Jupiter's room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, you guys make it back to your room, and you were going to call your brother?
Yep. We're gonna call Mercury for shenanigans, because that's who you call for shenanigans. Middle child brother.
You hear the phone. Well, the phone. It's not a phone. You hear their correspondence pick up. Closest to the sun, closest to your heart. This is Mercury. How can I help you?
Hey, big brother.
Hey, what is up, big little girl? How you be?
Well, long story short, one of our friends is in trouble and we need to go to Siberia, but the adults aren't having us being a part of it because apparently on this planet they're like really weird about like heroes in training doing things versus like like real hero. Yeah, it's weird. We binge Buffy
I don't know,
together.
but it sounds intense.
Yeah, how they treat, like, even though like Buffy is like the chosen one, they still like treat her like she's a 17-year-old. You know,
I
I'm
don't know
dealing
what
with,
you're
like, the
talking
same
about,
thing.
but that makes sense.
Yeah. So we need to use my transporter to transport the three of us to Siberia, but I still have on my training wheel. So can you put us there if I send you the town?
Little sister, are you asking me to break the rules?
Yes.
Okay, so where do you need to go?
This town in Siberia called Timon.
Okie dokie, do you have coordinates?
Yes, hold on. And she's gonna pull up the GPS coordinates and then like punch them through on the little transporter thing.
Oh,
Her
that
little
is
communicator.
a very cold place. Did you bring your coat? Are you going to be okay in the cold weather?
Yes.
Okay.
And even if I was cold, you wouldn't be able to tell. I'm already purple.
Well, that's true. Sometimes you're blue, though. We went through a blue phase there for a while.
Well, yeah. But purple just looks better.
It's true. Purple does look better on you. Though I would say if you went a little bit darker in your hair, might look better. I'm not here to judge you. Just saying. Okay.
I probably won't try that.
Yeah. Do you need a round trip, and how many people am I transporting?
Just a one way for now. I'll probably have to call you back because we don't know when we're gonna go round trip. Because it'll be 3 there and hopefully 4 back.
Okie dokie. I can do that. And just so you know, you absolutely owe me one for this.
Oh, well, yeah. But also, I'm your adorable little sister, so you'll love me forever either way.
Of course I will, but you still owe me one.
Okay, fine.
All right. Your friends right next to you, you know touchy policies?
Yes. And I'm gonna grab them both by the shoulders. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, sorry if you're nauseous after this.
All right,
Oh,
we
you're
are
nauseous.
Does it kinda
going
hurt?
live in 3, 2, and on 2, you feel yourself being transported. For the rest of you, you have never been transported like this. You feel your molecules sort of being ripped away. And as you land in this very, very cold space, you feel your bowels churning, and you both expel your breakfast as you are hunched over on this snow-covered landscape.
Do you think this is what it felt like for Harry Potter? First time he used the flu network?
Yes.
Ugh.
But less ashy.
Oh, there's one upside.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And she's gonna pull some mints out of like a bag.
And as you do, you look in front of you, you see this very large Gothic style building that looks to be some sort of monastery or church or temple. And before you, a figure emerges in a very thick coat, fur lined around the hood. You see the blonde hair coming over the shoulders, and under her arm is a very large chest that is wooden, ornate. You can hear people yelling inside. You can see behind her that the door has just been busted in. And you see your friend Sophia standing in front of you. And she seems to look up at all of you. Sophia, what are you doing in this moment?
Oh, what am I doing in this moment?
Got a chest.
Is it good?
It's a good chest. There's people standing in front of you. Don't know who they are.
Yeah, I think there's no look of recognition. There's nothing. I think she just sort of looks. Yeah, I think looks at them, kind of tries to gauge whether they're hostile or not, just for a second.
Nancy's just like, oh my God, how did we get exactly right in front of you?
Magic.
Mercury is a magic worker.
Man, your brother's awesome.
Mhm.
Sophia, are you okay?
They're just talking. She doesn't say anything and just sort of beelines like through them, pushes through, goes where she's trying to get to.
I think Billy is foolishly going to try and like hang on to his shoulder, like, hey, wait, Sophia, wait.
Like, wow, she's really still pissed at you, Billy. Let's run after her.
You guys do remember from your, well, at least Tanya, you remember from your vision that she seemed to be very different last time you saw her when you saw her in this vision. And you see, as she passes by you, a faint light behind her hair as she seems to be acting a little abnormal in this moment.
What was that light behind her?
So I imagine we would have discussed this beforehand of our actual game plan for engagement, but
Fair enough.
the working through is she has something on her neck that is controlling her. So it's either remove or disable that, or Nancy, you need to modify her memories and unlock whatever they're suppressing.
So could I use telekinesis to try to like pop it out? Or that-
Yeah, if you can see it. However, Sophia, you've been grabbed by this person in front of you.
Good.
Good.
Great. This is going well.
Before anything terrible happens to Billy, did it appear that she understood English? Like, was there recognition when we said things to her? Or was
You
she
do
like, "You're
understand
speaking-"
English.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have to start speaking Russian.
Oh, fair.
You never know. We are in Russia.
I don't even think she turns. I think she just sort of grabs Billy by the front of the shirt and just chucks him like a rag doll.
I think
Yeah.
right then Nancy wants to do memory manipulation on her.
All right, so Sophia, you are going to use your strength to try to, I mean, you're directly engaging a threat. Why don't you roll me a danger real quick to see how far, well, actually, no, you don't need to roll anything because you're fat, you're strong, you did great anyways. And you're not actually fighting yet. Billy does go flying, and you want to try to manipulate her memories. I'm gonna have you okay.
Just like while she looks aggressive to calm her down so I can do something.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll instead of trying to unleash her powers, I'm gonna have you try to pierce the mask, roll an mundane to see if you can get through whatever it is that is going through Sophia right now.
Ooh, I got a 10. Full
All
hit.
right. You are gonna you're gonna answer one of these questions, or you're gonna ask one of these questions. What do you intend to do? How can I get your character blank? How could I gain influence over you? What are you really planning? And what do you want me to do?
I have to ask her one of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look here. God, I don't know what would be.
So you are piercing into her mind to try and get a hold of anything that is your friend right now.
I would say, what do you intend to? Or wait, I can only ask one.
You can
Oh.
ask 3
Oh, okay.
with a 10.
How do I get your character to remember us?
Mm-hmm.
That's one question.
Sophia's pretty, I would say, emotionally volatile. So I think latching on to any, even if it's bad, any kind of like highly emotionally charged memory that she has of you guys would probably kick her out of it.
So as soon as that pops in my head, I'm like, I'm kind of reacting to the situation too. I'm like, Billy didn't mean to talk to that girl in the basement of that party. He still likes you.
All right, you got 2 more questions.
God. What do you intend to do?
You got your box. You got to take your box.
I have this box. I gotta take it somewhere.
Okay.
It's very important to me. specifically.
How could I gain influence over you? And while she's confused and like docile, can I use telekinesis to try to like dislodge the thing on the back of her head? is that too
In
much at
a
once?
second.
Okay.
The influence thing is going to take like a. Sophia has a hard time trusting people, so there would have to be like a big sort of believable gesture of you can trust me. I don't know what that would be for Nancy, but
So when I pierce the mask, is this me like in her mind, or are we talking out loud?
Yeah, so I'm kind of having what I'm having you do is like there is when you've looked into your friends' minds before just a little bit just to get a little taste. In general and in training and stuff. You when you look into Sophia's head, it is whereas normally when you look through a mind it is very like free flowy and natural feeling. This feels very like barriers and walls and very large blocks that are in place, and it is very like motivated and goal oriented, and it doesn't feel like it is natural, but also like Sophia is actually in control. But as we do this, I'm gonna say we're gonna go into a combat, just so we can get the team pool and everything set up, and we'll do turns base sort of thing. So let's start out by entering a battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Sophia. Well, okay. Do we count Sophia as part of this? Because she's not part of you. Well, she is part of your team, but you are definitely, she is the foe.
But we are kind of trying to convince her that she is part of the team.
True. So, out of the three of you, who is the leader right now? The Billy is midair.
I was gonna say, I got us into this.
Okay.
Yes, so it's probably Jupiter.
All right. Do you have influence over every other teammate?
Oh no, I have to look. Oh, I do not have influence over Nancy anymore.
Okay. Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight? Or are you all? I think you all are trying to get Sophia back into your team. Okay, go ahead and add a team. Does any member mistrust the leader? Not out of the three of you, I think. Okay.
No.
So add it. So you're good there. Is your team ill prepared or off balance?
Probably.
I still have 3 conditions, so I'm gonna say
Same.
yeah.
Oh God,
have
right.
2.
That's you rolled so bad. Okay. So
Well,
make sure
unless I can clear a condition because I just flung myself into easy relief by talking to my brother and making him fix it for me.
What one are you talking about?
Oh, hopeless.
Fling yourself.
It says fling yourself into easy relief. I had my older brother fix something for me.
I'm gonna say go ahead because you have 3 conditions marked already, and you're about
Thank
to fight
you.
your powerhouse. Okay, so
you.
make sure you added the 2 before that, and then your team being ill prepared and off balance remove. So you are adding, so you're adding
That's 2
4.
total.
Yeah, well, 2 plus the 2 at the beginning,
Okay.
and then you're removing 1, so 3. You should have, I think, you had 3 to begin with.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay,
And
so you
does
should
that
have
include
6.
the one that you put in just for starting the session?
Nope.
Okay, so that puts our pool at 7.
All right. Okie dokie.
Now, by the same logic of Brother for Easy Relief, would grabbing Sophia, as she is clearly about business, taking foolhardy action without talking to your team to clear my insecure.
Sure. We'll say
Okay.
yes in this moment, since you also have 3 conditions marked.
So I
Well,
did
y'all
also-
are just heading in, aren't you?
You
Okay.
might also just
We are
notice a
reckless
typo
teenagers to a
on
fault.
the
It's
sheet
true.
there.
Oh,
Foolhardy action.
full hair
that-
reaction. All right.
Whatever that is.
Let's get into this. We're gonna power through this fight. So Sophia has just flung. Billy, you are in the air. Nancy has just acted.
Probably
to
wondering
try-
how I got here.
So Jupiter and Billy, you have actions right now.
I would like to start by powering up, which actually having just cleared that condition is going to be mildly detrimental to this, but okay, let's go. I think it's smart enough to do it for me. Okay, yes. So on a hit, hold 3 burn. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition. I'll just go ahead and remark insecure.
It's gonna be a time.
And I think the first thing I will do is what I may be about to do, maybe more foolhardy action, but I'm going to use one of my flares to snatch and just yoink the crate away from Sophia.
Okie dokie. So you.
And as I do this, I will just shout to the others, like, I'll keep her distracted.
He's gonna kite the big bad around the square.
Let the squishy caster do the kiting.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Pro strats.
You reach out, you feel your magic powers extend, and Sophia, you feel this box being ripped away from you by the little man that you just threw through the air. Jupiter, what would you like to do in this moment?
Are there any electronic devices around us that I can rip out of the ground or off of, like, is there like a parking meter? Is there random on it? Like, is there any electronic device that I can grab?
Yes, let's say
Around.
there is definitely a parking meter nearby because I can't think of anything else that would be in a small town in Siberia.
Yeah,
Just on
a
the
parking
street.
meter. Yeah, nice electronic parking meter. Perfect. I'm gonna rip that out of the ground. And I'm gonna use my move Alien Tech to create a device to hopefully turn off that thing that is in the back of Sophia's head.
Ooh. Okay, cool. So you are going to roll plus freak for
Yep.
me? Ooh, girl. You
Did it work?
create the device
Oh,
to
thank
do
God.
something? Yes, you rolled a 12. Choose one from the list. It works exceptionally well. You get an additional use out of it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I want it to just work exceptionally well.
Okay. All right. You have created this you tap your wrist device to it and you feel the tech take over the parking meter and you start wielding it as a bat. And that is going to be the end of that for right this moment. Sophia, would you like to do anything right now?
Yep. Billy has my box. Are you, Billy, you on the ground now, bud?
I assume so. He doesn't have any sort of hovering powers currently active,
I'm just making
but
sure.
he's also however far away you yeeted him.
I got super speed, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bull rush him.
What?
There's no
Double?
hesitation. Just
All right,
maybe I'll
Sophia.
roll really bad.
Oh, maybe. Not their luck. So what are you planning on doing? You are going to try to punch him, basically, try to take him out.
Yeah, pretty much. I think she's gonna. Yeah, she just turns straight for him, sort of lowers her shoulder on the way in, and just runs as fast as she can directly at him.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll your danger, girl. You're +3 danger. It's
I
okay.
did.
Yep.
Ah,
got
that's
an
an
11.
11. All right, you have done this. You get to pick 2 from the list.
Okay. Okay. I feel so bad.
Look, he
want
did it.
Mhm.
you did steal my very important box. It's very important to me. I want to take something from them.
Mhm.
Box.
Mhm.
And shit. I'm going to say impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I imagine
That
it's
sounds
gonna be
good.
scary.
Sophia, Billy, whatever you've trained with Sophia, she's never hit you. And you know how hard she can hit. This is her not pulling her punches at all. You feel her impact with your chest, and not only does the box fly out of your hand back into hers, you feel all of the air leave your body. And I'm going to have you mark a little bit of afraid for me.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm at 4 conditions out of 5.
I'm sorry.
No,
He
this is-
touched her
this is-
box
This is what a Nova
did.
did.
without permission.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, nobody's walking in. I think Sophia's actually in the best situation right now.
I have
as
no
far as
conditions. I'm
conditions.
fucking raring and ready to
This,
go.
this is what you get for missing 2 sessions. You're set. You're good. All right, who's up next? What do you
Rewarded
get?
for absenteeism again.
All right, the 3 of you have options. What are you gonna do?
Did Jupiter get the thing off of the back of her head?
Jupiter created
No,
the
I
item to get the
created the
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
I have to get there and spear the back of her neck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe.
Do you want to do that first?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what I need to like get over to her, and I'm
Mhm.
hoping that she's still kind of distracted picking up the box and focus on the box, that I can just be like sneaky and go
All
Yeah, is
right.
there a
touch
way
the back of her head.
to help Jupiter with that?
You can definitely use like team from the pool for it.
I think that'd be worth it. probably.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you want to see how it plays out, or is there something specific that you want to do, Nancy?
No, as long as it appears that Sophia's pretty well distracted with Billy at the moment, that I think Jupiter has a good shot. I'll just wait to see what happens, I think.
Okay. All right, Jupiter, why don't you go? Oh God. Why don't you? I said put down. Can you do me a favor? And you're just trying to hit her with this, correct?
Not hit her with it. Like I just like I'm imagining it being like, something where I just
Mm.
have to like touch it to the back of her neck, like enough
Okay.
that it'll just like lock onto the thing like magnet, and then it'll just unlock. Like
Okay.
those like the things in like Target where they use the magnetic thing to unlock the like
Yeah.
the thing on the clothes. That's
All
what
right.
I'm imagining.
So you're directly engaging the threat pretty much. So let's just roll plus danger unless you have something else. Okay, that is a 6.
Well,
Does
we
somebody
can
wanna
at
use-
least get you up to mixed success.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Nancy or Billy, you are welcome to use team from the pool.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
let me read the rules. Because you can take advantage of your influence
mhm.
and add 1 to your move that is targeting them after the roll. So you can take advantage of your influence over Sophia because you know her very well. You've trained with her, you've fought with her. You can use your influence to get a +1 all on your own.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I know her moves. I know the way that she
Mhm.
moves. We've done hand-to-hand combat a million times. I know, I'm the one she doesn't pull punches with when we're training. So I know
That's
how
true.
to take hits from her and dodge her. So I know that if I come in just at the right angle on her right, she won't see me because,
The ears.
her hair is just slightly parted a little bit more that direction. So there's just a little bit more in the way, her curls.
Mm-hmm. All right, that works for me. Jupiter, you move in slightly on the right side, knowing that the fringe is going to directly get in the way of her ability to see you. Sophia, you feel this clink on the back of your neck, and Jupiter, you start to crank this thing off of her neck. And as you do, let me just excuse me. You're directly engaging a threat, so you get to, because you have created a mixed success, you get to pick one from the list. You are, I assume you want to take something from them, which is this thing off their neck.
I want it off of her neck.
Okay. As you do that, you feel Sophia. Well, Sophia, you get to hit her. How do you want to do it?
Oh man. I think Sophia sort of feels it and yeah, I think reaches back sort of over her own shoulder, sort of grabs onto the rod in one of Jupiter's arms and uses her own momentum and just flips her right over top.
And Jupiter, as you feel her pulling you over, Sophia, you feel this like detachment from your neck, and the bar, the thing contained upon your neck, detaches. As Jupiter, you fly forward and land on your back, letting the wind sort of get out of your lungs as you do. The thing that was on the back of Sophia's neck then falls. Sophia, you feel, well, you don't really feel anything. You just kind of pass out. You don't, you just see Sophia, like a robot that has been deactivated, crumple onto the ground. And that's where we're going to take our break, because it is time for our break, and y'all are in Russia. There's a lot going on, and we're going to deal with the fallout after this word from our sponsor. So take a moment to relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, go get a beverage, go get a snack, and we'll be back in 5-10. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from the break. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for all of your redemptions. You redeemed a Megathorp, and you didn't remind me. You didn't say anything. Here we are. We got to do a Megathorp.
I literally just did it as we
Okay.
were going back.
All right, is everyone ready with your fans? Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Yes. Thank you very much for that redemption, Rachel.
I missed you guys.
No, we missed you too. And I missed all of you, my lovely players. I'm really glad we're back into this. But we got some nonsense to take care of, starting with the fact that Sophia has just passed out in the snow. Where's the box? The box, she had it. It fell down next to her. The people in the church, the monastery, the building behind her are panicking and yelling. You hear a lot of noise. And as you look, as you assess the situation, you hear behind you, well, that went better than I could have expected. I'm quite impressed. As you guys turn around, you see behind you a hooded shape in dark clothing that has a sort of a mesh affixed to their face. You can't see any features, but you do recognize this figure from very grainy photos and other forms of identification on the news. This is Thalassophobia. And he's standing in the snow looking down at Sophia and looking back up at you.
Jupiter's laying on her back in the snow, and she's going to sit upright and be like, oh my god, I love you.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, knowing what you have gone through. We should get her out of here if we're going to save her, yes?
I can take care of that. If you don't have a way to take care of that, should we calm them down? Pointing at, like, the
give
church
them
people.
back the box, or do we want to check what's in the box first?
he very calmly and slowly sort of walks over to the box. Sophia is laying on her side with an arm around it. He gently moves it off of the box. You don't want to know what's in it?
Well,
mean,
I definitely want to know what's in it.
I'm curious.
No, you don't want to know if your friend's okay?
She's
that
a
too.
tank. I know she's okay.
No, I want to make sure that she's not, mentally damaged. Try to wake her up while I get this open.
Billy will limp over and like try and do basic first aid stuff. But
Jupiter's just gonna exude like what would be like an alert, like something that would like wake up stuff,
Smelling
like smelling
salts?
salts. Yeah.
Yeah!
But try to concentrate it out of like a like a
Mhm.
wrist or something, like just like hold in front of her so it's not like everybody's like whoa.
Yeah.
Like in signs.
Yes.
Sophia, you get this strong scent in your nose, and you wake up to Billy sort of over you, and you see an arm move out of the way.
Ew.
Sophia, are you back?
Told you she was okay.
Hey, did you
What
finish
does
my
that smell?
costume yet?
That maybe isn't the time for that, Nancy.
Just
but,
want to make sure it's her.
What's going on?
You're in Russia.
we're all in Russia. We came to save you.
We weren't supposed to.
It's okay.
Do you recognize us?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because you didn't a minute ago.
How stupid are you guys?
Pretty stupid, but it worked. So
Like you wouldn't have done this exact same thing if it would have been one of us.
Fair. What happened?
Not sure exactly, but you got controlled by something, and like start looking around in the snow for.
This thing.
Yeah, that was on the back of your neck, and Nancy and I both saw you in visions, like smashing up this small town in Russia. You were going Super Terminator on them.
Jupiter's gonna like take that like device and like hold it up to Thalassophobia and be like, "Do you want this?"
He has opened up the box, and you see ice coming up from this, or snow moving up and grabbing it from your hand, and it sort of traveling along water goes into his pocket. Yes, of course.
Cool. I didn't know what to do with it.
How are you feeling? You muted yourself.
My hotkey stopped working. Again. Cold. Mostly.
I have a million questions to ask, but I think we need to make sure the situation here is handled first.
I can go calm down the Russian civilians.
Have you seen my brother?
Is he supposed to be here?
Your brother is safe. He and the rest of the team made it back.
Your mom is freaking out.
Perhaps not the time or the place.
She
Sophia?
kind of has an issue that we're also working on.
Oh, the cannot tell a lie.
Do you just know everything?
You see him shrug.
Have you gotten a visit from a certain knowledge curse creepy being?
No, but I have friends that I speak to.
Oh.
Like some mentors of your friends. You see him close the box, and he stands up. You have a way of getting back to the school, yes?
Yeah. I don't think we should go there though. They're gonna be really pissed.
Especially when we have an extra person.
mean,
I don't
but
need help
it's-
getting back.
School's still gonna be probably the best place to make sure she's okay.
And
Probably.
you had a chaperone. So maybe they'll be more lenient on you.
Are we like cool now?
Well, you wanted to be treated like adults, so I let you be treated like adults. I don't think it's fair that they allow you to go out and do hero work and don't expect you to go rescue your friends.
Jupiter is in love. She doesn't know if it's platonically or romantically right now. But she is conflicted.
You see him sort of the box. There is a whoosh of snow moving up from the ground as the box moves off next to him, and he says, "Make sure your friend is okay. Take her to the medical bay. I will be there soon enough."
What's in the box? Or should we not know?
Do you want to know?
I mean, yes, but if it's
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
something we shouldn't know,
I
think
don't
I
care
have
if
a
I
right to
shouldn't
know.
know.
Yes. Why don't you get your friend to the hospital, and I will tell you everything.
Okay.
Thank you. Finally, some respect around here. All right.
I'm right here.
And you have been mind controlled for over a week.
Yeah, you can still talk to me like I'm in the room.
My apologies. But we are not in the room. And he shrugs and moves back into the cathedral.
Good. Helpful and respectful.
I'm gonna call Mercury now.
Billy is still fussing over Sophia, even though she probably doesn't have a scratch on her.
I'm fine.
It is actually like wincing with most of his own movements.
Yeah, Nancy's like kind of watching you guys, like, oh,
Yeah.
just very uncomfortable.
Everyone
how
looks
much-
pretty rough besides Sophia.
Yeah.
But she does
Jupiter's
have a
just-
large hole in the back of her neck.
Well, yeah. But Jupiter's just
happened
like,
to you
Sophia's
guys?
fine. So we could just go back to normal, right?
Not exactly how it works.
Were
You
we
call
supposed
up
to go to
your
the medical bay at the school.
Mhm.
Okay.
You call up your brother, and he you let him know that you want to. Where do you want to be transported to?
I guess like outside the medical like area,
Mhm.
outside the infirmary at school.
Okay. All right, you guys, you're able to do that. Your brother is snarky as always, and he transports the four of you back to campus. Sophia, you feel a little discombobulated, and I wouldn't say dizzy, but you feel a little bit light, like you've like held your breath for too long. And the rest of you kind of feel like shit, especially those of you who've got thrown and punched. And Billy, you have quite a big bruise starting on your chest from where Sophia bull rushed you. You walk into the facility that has there's the doctor on staff. You guys have a school where you fight, so there's quite a few people. And you get
Mini hospital.
Yeah, mini hospital. And you get all of the questions of, my God, what happened? Do you let Jupiter talk, or do you guys lie?
If you let me talk, it's gonna be rough
Mhm.
or really funny.
We just got back from a mission. I'm bruised. She, pointing to Sophia, she had some mind control happen. Might need some evaluation there. Um, and I think Billy will quickly collapse into the nearest chair.
All right. You guys are in an area together. It's we'll say they're set up for teams, so there are 4 beds, and you are seen by the hospital staff. They are very usually no questions asked sort of type of people, just to make sure that you're not like fighting on campus, that sort of thing. And you guys are left alone as they have wrapped you and given you ointments. The the caretaker is a very large tree person. And he will give you flowers and teas that help heal your body and soothe you. You can all clear 1 condition from this.
Yes.
And
Which of the 4 do I want to pick?
and you are all left alone in your rooms. Well, in your room, 1 big room.
Sophia, what's the last thing you remember?
I got sent out on a mission. Went up. Started doing what I was supposed to do. Went into some lab. Something hit me in the back of the neck, and that's it. Woke up in the snow.
We wanted to come get you like days ago, but everybody kept telling us not to.
How long has it been?
4
Almost
days
a
at this point,
week.
5 days, almost a week.
I'm surprised someone was able to knock you out. Did you feel okay now?
Yeah, totally fine.
Bullshit.
And
Look, you missed a lot. I can't lie. So I feel like none of us should be able to lie. Like, can we just make this a team rule? I
Okay.
feel like garbage. You, one of my best friends, was like fucking kidnapped and mind controlled. We had to go to Russia to save you because the adults wouldn't do anything. Meanwhile, apparently we were being chaperoned the whole time because they knew that we were going to go do it anyway, even though they told us not to. So that's a weird mind fuck. Billy and I got ripped into a portal in a pocket dimension and fucking tortured. Nancy still dealing with Ed McMahon bullshit. Like, can we just stop pretending that everything is okay?
When you
no
put
one's
it all together
pretending
like that.
everything's okay, Jupiter.
What are you
Just looking
why are you
for a
so
little
mad?
bit of vulnerability, kids.
Do you think finding out your mind was totally taken over and that you've lost 4 days of your life might be a little traumatizing for people, and maybe people deal with things in different ways and can't all just be Miss fucking perfect share everything all the time?
Hmm. Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like you need some time by yourself for a little bit.
What? She wanted me to stop lying.
Well, I mean, I'd rather have that than, just being honest than your walls up all the time. Like, we don't mean anything to you half of the time.
It's not Jupiter's fault that you got taken for 4 days. I mean, it was her idea, her and Billy's, to come get you. I didn't want to. I'll be honest.
I didn't say it was her fault, but God forbid anybody should be able to process their feelings the way that makes them comfortable around you guys.
That's the thing, Sophia. You don't ever really process your feelings. You just shove it all in a little box and hide it in your room amongst all of the hobbies we didn't even know about until a fucking week ago.
Okay. Cool rescue mission. Thanks for coming to get me. Like a little bit ago, I woke up in the snow having lost 4 days of my life. I'm not doing this right now.
I
I'm
think
not
we should
surprised.
let's give her some time. We can be mad at her tomorrow if
For what?
I'm saying we can. Not that we have to be. We just can.
No, I would actually love to know what I did wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong until being kind of a jerk right now, which is understandable.
Me, I'm being a jerk. I picked up my kidnapped, traumatized friend out of the snow and then immediately just started ripping into her about all of her emotional problems.
Cool.
That was
cool,
me.
cool.
That was me that did that.
I think we all need to go to our rooms.
Couldn't
the
agree
night.
more. And Billy is going to use his 2 burns to portal out of there.
Well, that was a Billy move if I've ever seen one.
Nancy says, Sophia, glad you're back. Jupiter, have fun on your date tomorrow. We'll talk later. And walks out of the room, goes to her room.
Billy appears back in his room and immediately collapses in pain, but he just could not be in that room anymore.
I feel so bad. I hit him so hard.
But I assume when the scene is done, that will clear my afraid condition. Run from something difficult.
That's fair. Jupiter, what are you doing?
You gonna walk out too?
Honestly, I wasn't planning on it, Sophia. I thought we could probably just figure this out. Look, I can't lie. I was really fucking worried about you. And I was going to go to Russia by myself if that's what it took to get you back. I hated that you went on a mission without us. I get that it wasn't your idea. I get that you weren't in control of it. But I have been really struggling with the fact that we've been trying so hard to be a team and I'm not used to being part of a team. And I was really starting to feel like we were one. And then you went on this mission without us and we had absolutely no control over what happened to you. And then you went missing and nobody would let us come after you. And so finally we just did it ourselves because we just couldn't stand it. I can't say I don't know. They were more apprehensive about going. I'm not. They didn't want to go because they didn't want to piss off the adults, but I was going regardless. I didn't care where you were or what was going on or how dangerous it was or how many people I had to kill to get you back. I was gonna do it. And we've been through a lot of shit since you left a couple days ago. And like, I understand that you process things differently than I do. I know that I usually just blurt shit out and that I'm weird here and that I rely on you a lot to tell me when I'm being socially awkward. And I know that I am doing that now because, I can't lie about it. So I can't even try to sugarcoat things for you. And I get that we don't deal with things in the same way, but like, I've been really struggling with not having you back. So we went to go get you. And I'm sorry that I'm processing that in a different way that you are. And I'm sorry that we couldn't get you sooner, but I swear to God, we tried.
I'm not asking you to apologize for any of that stuff, Jupiter. You talk so much.
I know.
And most of the time we love that about you. Do you ever listen?
I know I need to get better at that.
I'm not asking you to apologize for how you process things. I'm not asking you to apologize for coming to get me. I haven't had the chance to say 2 words to any of you since all this happened literally just a couple of hours ago. Because everybody's just talking over each other and yelling about what they want to do and what they think should happen and what they think they have a right to. Nobody asked me. I don't tell people how I feel because nobody asks. Everybody just does what they think is best for me. Like, I'm not smart enough to figure it out on my own. I'm not asking you to apologize for how you process things. I'm asking you to give me more than an hour or 2 to sort of take stock of where I'm at. Because 4 straight days, apparently, is just not in here. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened because nobody will tell me. I'm not
Do you-
asking you, I'm not asking any of you to apologize for anything. I
Well,
I
what do you
can't
need?
I don't know. I can't process what happened because I don't know. Everybody wants to accuse me all the time of hiding feelings and not telling people things. I tell you guys plenty. Not as smart or as interesting as the rest of you, so maybe it's not as much to say. But I'm not fine.
Sophia, you really don't know, do you?
Okay, I'll bite. What?
Billy is in love with you, and I've had a crush on you since we got here. You are by far one of the coolest people in this entire academy. People don't just look at you, think that everybody looks at you when you walk by because they're intimidated. Half of them are either like afraid to even talk to you because of how cool you are and how cool I mean, again, maybe it's how you appear to be, but like those of us who really know you, like it's not even just the like facade of Sophia, the cool, super strong cat girl who's super hot. It's just like who you actually are too. People adore you. I know you don't see it. I know you feel like, you're still finding your place. We all are, but like you're really, I'm sorry. It's not funny, but like have you just looked? Like really looked at who you are, your core as a person?
Yeah, I have more than I think you guys realize.
Well, if you really did, you would be a little less hard on yourself. You're pretty fucking awesome. And you need to process things on your own. And I'm sorry that I am intense. And I will, as your friend, I will do better at listening. I know that that's something that I need to work on, and I really will try. And I can't lie, so you know that that's the truth. If you want me to do some recon to try to figure out what the adults know that you don't about what happened to you, you let me know. I don't want to step over boundaries and do that without your permission. So I will let you have some space. But come into my room or text me if you need anything. But just know that you're way more fucking cool than you give yourself credit for. And it has nothing to do with your family, who your mom is, who your brother is. It's about you. And then she's gonna leave.
Hey, Jupiter.
Yeah.
You really can't lie?
Nope.
Who did you guys fight that scuffed you and Billy up so bad?
You. And before that, 2 weird nightmare monsters.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay.
But hey, it's not the first time I've taken a punch from you. And it won't be the last.
Jupiter leaves. All right. You guys spend the evening alone Sophia, you're looked after. You're looked after by the attending physician. They they give you a mind checkup where they are going to go into your head to make sure that nothing was left behind and nothing was taken. They will inform you that the what was done was more a form of remote control than uh, a takeover of your brain. It was more of they shut down all of your functions and controlled you like a mech sort of situation. They don't have a record of like where you were or what you did as far as when they do the mind uh, checkup, but you will have somebody speak to you tomorrow about like do a debriefing on what went on during the time you were under. Is there anything anyone wants to do in the evening?
Trying to think if Billy literally limps back to the infirmary because he needs it. um, yeah, I'll say, portaled back to his room, probably passed out for a few hours, but then will eventually make his way back to the infirmary and I guess comes back to a room that is empty of everyone except Sophia.
Jupiter's
Alright.
gonna put together a snack box of stuff for Sophia. She's just off at like a store trying to make amends, getting wrestling magazines, her favorite snacks, because that's all she can do. So that's what she's doing while all this is happening.
And Nancy's texting Grandpa. Just telling him about what's going on and what's up with Ed McMahon.
All right, we'll get to that. Billy, you've walked in.
I didn't really expect everyone else to actually leave.
Nancy left basically right away. Jupiter stayed for a while.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me about the emotional problems you think I have, or can we do something else?
I think I have figured out enough to know that I'll leave. If you want to talk about them, then we can. But otherwise, I'm just going to crawl into this bed and pass out again.
Do you have the no lying curse too?
No, somehow I'm the only, well, I guess we don't know if you were cursed or not, but there was a brief time where it seemed like I was the only one on the team without a curse.
Jupiter said something.
Sure, she said a lot of things, but go on.
Well, yeah. sh- You know what? It's not important.
Well, it's probably important, but lots of things in our lives are important and they can't all be equally important, so gotta prioritize.
You should be prioritizing rest.
Yeah.
'Cause apparently I beat you up pretty bad.
Yep.
Sorry.
it wasn't you, but it also still hurts a lot.
Somebody's supposed to come by tomorrow and tell me what happened. So
I sure hope they tell us all what happened. Because I want to find whoever took you and, I don't know, banish them to the Shadow Realm or something. Something appropriately cryptic and arcane.
yeah, me too. Maybe less arcane.
I don't know, if you figure out how to use magic, I think you'll be unstoppable. More than you already are.
I'm not smart enough for that.
You think I was smart enough when this all started?
You've always been a huge nerd. So yeah.
Fair, but I had to do a whole lot of studying when my magic manifested. It hasn't been fun, but it's, well, not always. Some of it's been fun. As you said, I'm a huge nerd, but anyway.
Thanks for coming to get me.
Told you I'll always find you. Now, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna pass out again.
That's fair.
Actually, could you call the nurse? I think an IV of something is probably necessary.
The nurse tends to you both over the evening. The other two of you are in your rooms making care packages and texting with your grandfather. Is there anything specific you want to know from your grandpa?
Nancy doesn't like fighting with people, so she was kind of talking to Grandpa about when she called Sophia a jerk.
Hmm.
She's like, I normally don't use that language towards my friends, but she was being a jerk, Grandpa. We're just
Well-
asking her how she was, and she was mean to us.
Well, some people process things differently. Sometimes they're just jerks. What do you think? Or I mean, is this changing the way you see her or
No,
no?
she just went through some stuff, so.
Well, you know, some people do this thing, it's called deflecting, where they're feeling pain and they push it upon others because they don't know how to process it themselves.
Oh. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, you know, life can be strange and, you know, like I said, everybody processes things differently. And, you know, sometimes they might hurt you and that sucks. Just have to know how much you can put up with. And
yeah, I didn't take it
if they
personally.
apologize after, it's usually a good thing. They can admit fault, you know.
Well, I'll deal with that later. Last time I talked to you, you said that there was something big happening with Ed McMahon.
That's true. I did. And I think that I'm onto something. And I don't want to bring you in on it yet, but I think I found out something about his powers.
You know, I'm like in a school for superpowers with a team, right? Like,
Yeah,
I can
see, that's the
help.
thing. I don't think he has superpowers.
Oh,
I mean, he does, but not like you do. Not like super strength and flying and all that stuff. I think
Okay.
it's more, you know, magic based.
oh, hey, we've got a magic guy on our team. If you have questions,
Is he a child?
I mean, he's my age. Maybe
Well,
a child in some respects, but not really.
I appreciate it. Maybe he can forward me some books. I don't want to distract from your studies. You got to get stronger so that we can fight this, you know?
Okay, so you're basically not going to tell me anything yet.
Now, you know I will tell you when I have
I
something
know.
definitive.
I'll
All right.
just stop pressing right now because I know you're
Okay.
not going to tell me anymore.
I do have something to tell you.
Oh,
Dolores asked me out for coffee, and I'm not sure what to
Yeah.
do about it.
you say yes. That's all you do about it.
Well, I did say yes, but I don't know, like, what do I talk about? Like, she don't want to know about Ed McMahon.
Maybe she does. I met someone who hates Ed McMahon too and didn't even have a personal history.
Like, someone? You met someone, or like a classmate?
This isn't about me right now, Grandpa. I don't know yet. I will tell you. But you just talk about yourself. That's just, and like ask her questions about her life. People
Right.
like that.
Should I talk about you? My precious little
Sure.
granddaughter?
A little bit, but talk more about her than you do
Right,
yourself.
right. Okay, on other people. You got it. Okay, perfect. I can do that.
And wear your
Do
blue
I dress
shirt.
up? My blue
Yeah,
shirt?
wear your blue
And my
polo.
khakis?
It brings out your eyes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect.
All right. Or
Look
slacks?
nice. Yeah,
Or
look
wear my
nice.
blue shirt. Okay. All right.
She'll
Well,
appreciate that.
okay. Well, that's not important right now. I will focus on the mission, and I will let you know when I have something for you.
All right.
I love you, my
Love
little
you too,
girl,
Grandpa.
my sweet, beautiful child.
Stop. Okay.
And I'll tell everybody you say hi.
All right. Tell Dolores I said hi.
I will.
Hey.
I will.
All right. Bye, Grandpa.
Bye bye.
I think after her conversation with Grandpa, Nancy might want to go to Sophia's room.
To her room or where she is at the hospital?
Or wait, where she is. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. You can go snooping? Yeah, Billy
You'd
is
have to get past my traps first.
Oh.
Billy's passed out in the one of the beds. Sophia, I mean, it's not that late at this point. It's probably like 9 o'clock. Are you still up?
Yeah.
You are able to walk in.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, I'm sorry I called you a jerk.
it's okay.
Like, I get it. You went through a lot of shit and you just need to think about it, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
And to be selfish, I really want you to get better because I'm really excited about your costume idea.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yes. Okay, I'm really excited. I'm going to leave now before I talk about it. I just wanted to make sure we're cool. I'm cool. Are you cool?
Yeah, we're
Okay. Okay, well, sleep tight and okay, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And Nancy's like kind of excited now and like and
She does a
leaves.
nice little jaunt out the door.
Yeah.
I feel like about this time is when Jupiter's done with her like crafting and like box of snacks and everything. And she's been irresponsible with the credit card that she's been given by her planet for all of her expenses. And she has bought Sophia an iPad like Pro Max and like an Apple Pencils for all of her sketches for things. Because they're not going to question it because they don't know. It's Earth money. They don't care. They just, they just pay the bill with fake solarium. It doesn't matter.
What are dollars? What?
What are dollars? They don't care. It doesn't money means nothing to her. So she just shows up with this iPad that is loaded with like Procreate and every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And all these snacks and the basket that it comes. She's carrying this giant basket just full of snacks and sour candies and chips and everything. Like down the hallway, it's red and sequined, and it's just giant. And she just like comes busting through the door. She's like, here.
What is that?
When I get stressed, I shop because that's what Clueless told me to do. So here you go. Every episode of Buffy is on this, and
Did
I
you
thought-
buy that?
yes, and I thought that you could use this thing to draw with for your sketches for all of your for all your costumes. and your art and stuff? Because I have one and I really like it, and I thought that you would really like one for all of your sketches, and then snacks because the food here sucks. And she's just gonna give her a big hug and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone now. Text me if you need anything. Um, feel better."
Sophia just sits down. She doesn't have the emotional bandwidth for any of this.
That's why she left. She's trying to learn boundaries.
What is happening?
Okay, you have all these things now filed around you. Yeah, the rest of the evening passes. They check on you. They fix things up. You guys, what process? How do you want to go through the things? Do you guys want to all get together tomorrow and talk about what happened, or do you want to wait until Sophia's been told what went on, or what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think waking up in the morning, Billy will ask that of Sophia of, do you want to get the team together before you get debriefed, or do you want the official story first?
I mean, I'd like to be able to compare the two. Let me see what they have to say. And then I can fill you guys in and we can go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
How are you feeling?
Oh, still not great, but that's par for the course as a hero, isn't it?
I guess.
Do you even remember what being in pain is like? Like, this isn't like a, screw you, you don't feel pain, but just like, how long has it been since you've been able to get hurt?
I guess I never told you guys this.
No.
I'm real fast and real strong, and I can take a big hit, but the impact still hurts. It's still kind of a human situation. The bones don't break as easily, but
Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of a bummer. You get used to it.
Yeah. That does also remind me. I don't know if one of the things Jupiter said yesterday was about she and I dealing with weird nightmare monsters, but one of them gave us a cryptic warning to be aware if your powers have changed after this ordeal.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know if there's something they can do about that in the debriefing, or if once we finish it, we should do a whole training exercise and see if anything seems different. But again,
Maybe.
given that the when I got taken, they wanted to try and take my powers. Who knows if they did something similar to yours while you were gone.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I
No.
guess we should check.
Not to give you so much more to worry about, but this does seem to be, the band of bad guys' MO.
There reaches a point where I think the anxiety levels sort of can't go any higher. So
One would hope, and yet it seems to keep creeping up. It's like a roller coaster, and you're just waiting for the drop, and it never comes.
never comes. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um, it's you certainly still pack a punch. So I don't know if there's gonna be, maybe everything's fine. Hopefully everything's fine.
Is it ever?
I mean, maybe in this one very specific, put enough constraints on it. Is Sophia's power set still the same? That has a reasonable chance of being fine. Everything, no, that's that's fucked. But if we keep things, if we put enough parameters on something, then yes, some things can be fine.
Something is telling me that's not really how it's supposed to work, but I'm not gonna argue about it.
Hey, who's the nerd? Listen to the nerd.
Yep. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Wouldn't it be more of the lines given your whole thing?
Are you proud of that? Do you think that was funny?
You know me, I can't help it with the puns. Hey, at least my humor is still intact.
It's got to count for something.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have to hit me a lot harder to knock it out of me.
Well, hopefully that won't happen again.
All right, I am going to enjoy my hospital breakfast of scrambled eggs and jello.
No, eat some of this. Just drags the basket around. Jupiter was here.
Ah. All right, well, maybe I'll pick at some of this, but it is for you.
So I can do whatever I want with it.
Fair.
The iPad's mine then.
See? Parameters.
All right. You guys share a little treat. You have debriefing to look forward to. It's getting kind of late, so I'm going to call it for now. But we have next week to get everyone up to date. Everyone's going to find out what's going on. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for playing with me tonight. And thank you for my players for being so amazing. We got to go through Stars and Wishes and end of session things. Normally I would go a little bit later, but your girl has been working for a while straight and I still have to work tomorrow. So we are going to get into our end of session things. If anybody has their Stars and Wishes or their end of session things ready, please speak up. Otherwise, I'm going to call in the class. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. I wasn't prepared, but I think my star might be Sophia for really sticking with, hey guys, fuck off. I just lost my memory for 4 days. And I like that Jupiter kept pushing her too. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Stuck to it. My wish?
Yep.
I really don't know what my wish could possibly be. I wish that we have a dance in this game. And I really wish that we hear about Jupiter's date. That's it. I'm out.
All right. Did you feel like you grew closer to the team, grew more into your image of yourself, or grew away from the team?
I would say like I don't know, like kind of stayed the same. So I guess more
Mhm.
into myself, if anything.
Okay. You get to shift one label up and one label down. What makes you say that? Well, just because you didn't grow further away or closer to the team, that makes you feel that way.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like realizing that Sophia needed patience and it's Jupiter's personality to push and like get more emotional than she's willing to do, which is why Nancy just kind of laughed because it's not really her her argument at that point.
Yeah.
See, I guess into myself, maybe a little more self-aware of where I don't need to be.
Yeah. I get that. That makes sense. Oh, sweet bean. Okay. All right. Make sure to shift your labels. And who's next?
I can go.
Okay.
I would say that Jupiter grew closer to the team. She convinced Billy and Nancy to go to Russia and use her wonky ass transporter to save Sophie. I mean, she was gonna go with him or without him, but she was really glad that she didn't have to go alone. So I'd say, yeah, it grew closer to the team. But I would say grow closer to the team. I would say specifically Sophia, even though that's who we went to go get. Um, they were very honest with each other. Um, which I think is great. So my star is also going to go to Miss Sophia because holy crap, that was a fun role play in these two characters being brutally honest with each other with their very clashing personalities with how they deal with things. And I loved it, every second of it. And my wish is A, for more brutal honesty and also homecoming dance. Thanks.
All right. I mentioned it once at the beginning of the episode, and everyone goes crazy for homecoming. Here we go. All right. And you want Sophia to switch your okay. Savannah, go ahead and
Affirmative.
Yeah, I already
swap.
have influence over
Okay.
you.
Mhm.
I got influence over all of you idiots, so get ready. It didn't really come up. I didn't get to punch you that much.
That was a quick fight. I kind of wanted you guys
was
to
awesome.
fight longer, but I'm like, it did not make sense for
No,
that.
it was so smart and awesome. I'm gonna shift your danger up and your freak down for reasons.
All right. Who is next?
I can go.
Okay.
Despite everything, I think Sophia grew closer to the team. I was gonna initially say grow into your own image of yourself. And I'm like, I don't think anything actually changed with her specifically. Yeah, I'm gonna say she grew closer to the team. And I've been going back and forth about who to give it to, but I think I gotta give it to Jupiter. I think mostly coming from like they had that clash and Sophia asked her to listen and then she did. And Sophia was kind of like, wait, what? What's happening? Hold on. So yeah. So I guess you would get influence over Sophia.
All right.
I think I already do.
You used it earlier in the
Oh
fight.
yeah.
Oh,
You're
right.
right. I
Have it
did.
back.
Yeah. I have it back. Yay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and then my star is going to go to Alex. Because our boy Billy is really just out here doing his best. And it's fun. It's really fun. I think today it was really like fun to see Billy sort of hit that limit of like, I can't deal with this, I'm out. And to like find where those character boundaries are and stuff. And I think it's really well played. And my wish is kissing I don't really care who it is.
Well, I mean, Nancy has already made out with someone. We got a date this week. It's gonna be exciting.
I'm sort of calling my shot here, knowing that one of us is going on a date next time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Jupiter said a bunch of shit that now
She
Sophia
did.
has to deal with.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go be brutally honest and tell secrets to someone else.
No.
I mean, I don't want that. I think Sophia probably does, but I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say your wish from like weeks and weeks and weeks ago
Uh-huh.
was someone be brutally honest with Sophia,
And
and
there it
I'm
is.
cursed with honesty.
Did it change her outlook on the world? No, she's
Nope.
17. Are you kidding?
It changes nothing.
She would never.
Gosh, let's see. I think Billy also is growing into his own image of himself. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be shifting up here. I know for sure I'm shifting down mundane because he recognizes his ability to be, or inability rather, in fleeing from that scene. But whether it's a savior or a freak up for the rescue attempt, I'm undecided on. I mean, metagaming, I need to ship my freak up because that's what all my roles are for, but that's not the point of the labels. So yeah, I think I'll shift savior up. And gosh, I mean, my stars and wishes are tied together. I think the star is going to be specifically the brutal honesty when Jupiter was like, hey, Billy loves you and I have a crush on you. And then the wish is going to be to see how Sophia deals with that. Because also, I don't know if Billy realizes that his feelings are that strong or not. So it's interesting that that is the way Jupiter chose to phrase it. So that's going to be a fun conversation later.
But what about Amanda?
What about Amanda?
This isn't about you, Amanda.
This isn't about you, Carter.
This isn't about you, Carter. It's just a human over here, like, what? All
Please
right.
Don't kill me.
I'm just a dude. I'm the dude in the chair who's not even in
Blink
the chair.
if you're being held hostage, Carter.
And yeah, so my star for the session is gonna go to Team Rescue because I had backup plan to if you guys couldn't figure out how to get there, how to where to go and all that sort of stuff, but you guys figured it out beautifully, and I'm very proud of you. And all your maneuverability in that you guys didn't need to meet Thalassophobia for a while, and I thought he was going to come up way sooner. So congratulations, good job, guys. My wish is a remelding of the team to have everybody come back together, and like we've gotten back. Everyone is a ball of snow, but I wanted to solidify back into that ball of ice that I'm thinking of water puns here. But I want to get back into the group stuff. Also, I need to figure out how to move you guys more than one day at a time. Because we do a lot of roleplay, and I love that, and I'm here for it. But we do need to, if we want to make sure this is gonna finish up within 15 episodes. Gotta make sure you guys get to the big bad at some point. We don't have to. I'm down. Whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's the game. We did it. We did all the fun stuff. We did all the end of session stuff. Let's go around real quick and have everyone say where you can find them and what they do. Starting with, as always, Savannah. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Savvy. I've been at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter. Lots of times on Twitch too. You can find me here on Sunday nights, and you can find me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on my home channel, twitch.tv/game nights, playing and running games. Coming out with us tomorrow, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Bow, bow, bow. Next up is Rachel.
Hey, that's me. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Smith, whatever it is that I decide to start streaming again after my holiday break. My bad. It's hard to get back into it. Maybe this week, maybe next week. I don't know. And then I'm here on Sundays with my friends doing things. Sometimes we go to parties. Sometimes we blow shit up. Sometimes we go to Russia. And sometimes we go on dates. You never know what's going to happen here on My Hero Academia. Just kidding. And on the internet, you can find me at Rachel is a mess with a Z in the middle instead of an S. And I don't know. That's it. I don't care anymore. I'm just happy to be here.
Perfect. Tanya.
Oh, hey, find me at Tanya Rowland. And I have a podcast, which I only have one episode of. But I'm back at home full time again. So my friends and I are planning to record some full stupid episodes for you. And that's all I got. Good night.
And last but not least, Alejandro.
Hola, soy Alejandro. I don't know any more Spanish. I'm OMG at Some Guy on the internet. I'm mostly over on GGK Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays.
All right. And I'm LB Hackma. You can find me at LB Hackma. You found me. I'm here. This is what I do on Tuesday afternoons, Friday, and Sunday nights. You can find this channel live next on Tuesday. I've been playing through Resident Evil Revelations, and I'm super hype about it. I think I'm about 2/3 through of it, maybe halfway through. So I'm excited to get back into that. Lord and I have been playing It Takes Two on Friday, which is really fun. We play a married couple who love each other more than the married couple we're playing on stream. Boy, I saw Savvy and Val do the gameplay of it, and I know the scene with the elephant, and I'm not ready for it. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But yeah, you can
We literally stopped playing it after that. We were like, okay, we're just gonna put this one away.
But yeah, we are next time I'm gonna be live is tomorrow night on Indoor Adventures channel, where we're playing our Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm excited to get back into streaming because I was sick and I was gone, and I'm ready to get back into it. So thank you everyone for hanging out tonight. Thank you to my wonderful players for putting up with all of my bullshit and all of the craziness. And until next time, I'm LB Hackabup. Hack recklessly. Bye.